I was standing at the altar when I saw her. The church was full. 200 people. Maybe more. Everyone I knew. Everyone Sarah knew. The flowers were white roses. Sarah loved white roses. The sun came through the tall windows and made everything look soft and golden. The music was playing. Quiet. Beautiful. I was wearing my best suit. My hands were folded in front of me. I was smiling. I was supposed to be smiling. This was my wedding day. But I couldn't breathe. Because she was there. Emma. She was standing at the very back of the church. Near the door. Like she might leave any second. She was wearing a simple blue dress. Her dark hair was longer than I remembered. She looked exactly the same. And completely different. And she was holding the hand of a little boy. Next to her stood a little girl. Both children. Both watching me. Both so quiet. My heart stopped. Actually stopped. I forgot where I was. I forgot about Sarah walking down the aisle toward me. I forgot about the 200 people. I forgot everything. Because Emma was here. And she had 2 children with her. The organ music swelled. Everyone stood up. I heard the rustle of fabric. The whisper of movement. Sarah was coming. I should turn. I should look at her. I should smile at my bride. But I couldn't stop looking at Emma. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't crying. She was just looking back at me. Her face was calm. Serious. Like she was asking me a question without saying a word. The little boy tugged on her hand. She looked down at him. Brushed his hair back. So gentle. Then she looked at me one more time. And she turned around. She walked out of the church. The children followed her. The door closed so quietly behind them. I stood there. My best man touched my shoulder. Daniel, he whispered. Turn around. I turned. Sarah was walking toward me. She looked like a dream. Her dress was perfect. Her smile was wide. Her father held her arm. She was glowing. Happy. This was everything she wanted. And I felt like I was drowning. Let me tell you how I got here. Let me tell you about Emma. Before we continue, please subscribe now. Follow my story until the end and comment the city you're watching from so I can see how far my story has reached. I met her when I was 23 years old. That was 17 years ago. 17 years. More than half my life ago now. But I still remember the exact moment I saw her. It was at a coffee shop. A small one. The kind with mismatched chairs and books on shelves and terrible paintings on the walls. I went there every morning before work. I always ordered the same thing. Black coffee. A blueberry muffin. She was sitting by the window. She had a notebook in front of her. She was writing something. Her hand moved fast across the page. She would stop, think, tap the pen against her lips, then write again. Her hair fell across her face. She pushed it back without looking up. I don't know why I noticed her. I noticed everything about her. I sat down at the table next to hers. I didn't plan it. I just did. She looked up, just for a second. Our eyes met. She smiled. Not a big smile. Just a small one. Quiet. Like she was saying hello, without words. I smiled back. Then she went back to writing. I drank my coffee. I ate my muffin. I was late for work. I didn't care. The next morning I went back. She was there again. Same table. Same notebook. Same cup of tea steaming next to her hand. I sat at the same table. She looked up. Smiled again. This time it was bigger. You're back, she said. Her voice was soft. A little raspy. Like she'd just woken up. I come here every day, I said. Me too, she said. That was all we said that day. But the next day we said more. And the day after that. And the day after that. Within a week I knew her name. Emma Rose Carter. She was 21. She worked at a bookstore. She wanted to be a writer. She loved rainy days. She hated mushrooms. She believed in magic. Not fairy tale magic. Real magic. The kind in small moments. Within a month I was in love with her. Not the easy kind of love. The deep kind. The kind that changes you. We were together for 4 years. 4 years of waking up next to her. 4 years of Sunday mornings in bed. 4 years of her reading her stories to me. 4 years of me telling her she was brilliant. 4 years of walking through the city holding hands. 4 years of laughing until we couldn't breathe. 4 years of quiet nights on the couch. 4 years of planning the future. We were going to get married. We talked about it all the time. We would have a small wedding, just family, just the people we loved. We would live in a little house with a blue door. She would write. I would work. We would have children. 2, maybe 3. We would grow old together. We had it all planned. And then I ruined it. I was 27. I was offered a job. A big job. The kind of job people dream about. Good money. Important title. But it was in New York. We lived in Boston. Emma's whole life was in Boston. Her family. Her bookstore. Her writing group. Everything. Come with me, I said. We were sitting on her tiny apartment balcony. It was summer. Warm. The sun was setting. Everything was gold and orange. She looked at me. Her eyes were so green. Like forests. Like life. Daniel, she said, I can't. Why not? My mom is here. My sister. My job. My life. I'm your life, I said. I didn't mean it the way it sounded, but that's how it came out. Selfish. Demanding. She was quiet for a long time. I love you, she said finally, but I can't leave everything behind. Not right now. Not like this. Then I won't go, I said. Yes, you will, she said. You should. This is your dream job. You're my dream, I said. She smiled, but it was a sad smile. We can make it work, I said. Long distance. Just for a year. Maybe 2. Then I'll come back. Or you'll come to me. We'll figure it out. She nodded, but she didn't look convinced. We tried. We really tried. For 6 months we called every day. We texted. We video chatted. I flew home once a month. She came to visit me twice. We said, I love you 100 times a day. But it wasn't enough. The distance grew. Not just the miles. The other kind of distance. The kind where you start living separate lives. Where you stop sharing the small things. Where you forget what the other person's daily life looks like. We started fighting. Little fights. Then bigger ones. About nothing. About everything. You're different, she said one night on the phone. You're always busy. Always working. I'm building a life for us, I said. No, she said quietly. You're building a life for you. That hurt. Because it was true. Emma, I said. I love you. I'm doing this for us. I don't think you are, she said. What are you saying? She was quiet. I could hear her breathing. I could almost see her face. The way she looked when she was trying not to cry. I think we need to take a break, she said. A break? I think we need to figure out what we really want. Separately. I know what I want, I said. I want you. Do you, she asked. Because it doesn't feel like it anymore. We didn't officially break up that night. But we both knew. It was over. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself we just needed time. I told myself we would find our way back to each other. I was wrong. 3 months after that phone call, I met Sarah. She worked in my building. She was smart, beautiful, confident. She liked the same things I liked. We got coffee, then dinner, then more dinners. She made me laugh. She didn't ask too many questions. She didn't push. She was easy. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean being with her didn't hurt. Being with Emma hurt. Even when it was good, it hurt. Because love like that is intense. It takes everything from you. It demands everything. Sarah didn't demand. She just was. Within 6 months, we were serious. Within a year, we were living together. Within 2 years, we were engaged. And I told myself I was happy. I told myself I had moved on. I told myself Emma was the past. But I thought about her every day. Every single day. I didn't try to find her. I didn't look her up on social media. I didn't ask mutual friends about her. I told myself it was better that way. Clean break. Move forward. Don't look back. But she was always there. In the back of my mind. In my dreams. In quiet moments. I wondered if she thought about me too. I wondered if she was happy. I wondered if she had fallen in love again. I wondered if she hated me. And now here she was. At my wedding. With 2 children. Sarah reached the altar. Her father kissed her cheek. Put her hand in mine. Her hand was warm. Steady. She smiled up at me. Her eyes were shining. The minister started talking. I didn't hear the words. I was still seeing Emma. The way she looked at me. The way she walked away. Daniel. Sarah whispered. I blinked. Focused. Smiled. You okay? She whispered. Yes. I whispered back. Sorry. But I wasn't okay. The minister kept talking. About love. About commitment. About choosing each other every day, about building a life together. I tried to listen. I tried to be present. This was my wedding day. This was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. But all I could think about was Emma and those two children. Were they hers? Of course they were hers. Why else would she have them? Was she married? The little girl had looked about 5. The boy maybe 3, which meant Emma had moved on. She had built a life, a family. She had done everything we talked about doing, just not with me. My chest ached. The rings, the minister said. My best man handed me the ring, Sarah's ring. I held it, looked at it. So small, so perfect. This was real. This was happening. I looked at Sarah. She was crying. Happy tears. She mouthed the words, I love you. I should feel lucky. Sarah was wonderful. She loved me. She wanted to build a life with me. She was standing here in front of everyone promising forever. And I was thinking about someone else. Daniel, the minister said, repeat after me. I started to speak, started to say the vows. And then the church door opened. Everyone turned. Emma stood in the doorway, just for a moment. The light behind her made her glow, made her look like something from a dream. The two children were still with her. She wasn't looking at me anymore. She was looking down at the little girl. The little girl was tugging her hand, pointing at something outside. Emma nodded, started to turn away again, and the little boy looked right at me. He had dark hair, dark eyes, a serious little face. He looked exactly like me when I was that age. I know because I've seen the pictures. My mother showed them to me 1,000 times. The same eyes, the same expression, the same everything. My hands went cold. No, it wasn't possible. Emma turned. The door closed. They were gone again. Daniel, the minister said. Everyone was looking at me, waiting. Sarah squeezed my hand. Daniel, she said softly. I looked at her. Sweet Sarah. Patient Sarah. Sarah who deserved so much better than this. I'm sorry, I said. Her smile faltered. What? I'm so sorry, I said again. And I let go of her hand. And I ran. I ran down the aisle. Fast. My shoes hit the stone floor hard. Each step echoed. I heard gasps behind me. Someone called my name. Sarah. My mother. My best man. I didn't stop. I shoved open the church doors. The sunlight hit me hard. Too bright. I squinted. Looked left. Right. Where did she go? There. At the end of the block. The blue dress. Moving away. Emma. I shouted. She didn't turn. Maybe she didn't hear. Maybe she didn't want to hear. I ran faster. My heart pounded. My legs felt strange in the formal pants. I wasn't used to running anymore. I used to run every morning. Back when I was with Emma, we would run together, early, before the sun came up. Just us and the empty streets. I hadn't run in years. Emma, wait. This time she stopped, turned slowly. The children stopped too. The little girl held Emma's hand tight. The boy stood close to her leg. Both of them watched me. Big eyes. Uncertain, I reached them. Stopped. Tried to catch my breath. My chest burned. Emma just looked at me. Her face was calm. Too calm. Like she'd built a wall. Like nothing could touch her. Hi, Daniel, she said quietly. Hi, I managed. We stood there, 3 feet apart. Might as well have been 3 miles. The children watched me. The boy moved closer to Emma. She put her hand on his head. Gentle. Protective. You came to my wedding, I said. I know, she said. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Why did you? She looked down. Took a breath. I don't know. Old friend invited me. She's in your bride's family. She told me you were getting married. She thought maybe we could reconnect. Catch up. I told her no at first. But then she said it would mean a lot to her if I came. So I said yes. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could just sit in the back. Watch you be happy. Then leave. But you left before the ceremony even started. I couldn't stay, she said. She looked up at me. Those green eyes. Still the same. I couldn't watch you marry someone else. My throat felt tight. Emma, you should go back, she said. She's waiting for you. Who are they? I asked, looking at the children. My voice came out strange. Rough. Emma's face changed. Just for a second. Something like fear flashed across it. Then the calm mask came back. My children, she said. What are their names? She hesitated. Does it matter? Yes, I said. It matters. The little girl looked up at Emma. Mama, she said softly. Mama, the word hit me in the chest. Emma squeezed her hand. It's okay, sweetheart. She looked at me. This is Lily. And this is Jack. Lily and Jack. Beautiful names. How old are they? I asked. Daniel, Emma said. Her voice had an edge now. Why are you here? Why did you run out of your wedding? How old are they? I asked again. Lily is 5. Jack is 3. 5 years. 3 years. I did the math in my head. Fast. Too fast. My brain felt like it was spinning. Are they mine? I asked. The words hung in the air. Heavy. Impossible. Emma's face went very still. You need to go back to your wedding. Answer me? I said. Please. Are they mine? She stared at me for a long moment. The street was quiet. A car passed. Someone walked by with a dog. The world kept moving. Normal. Like nothing was happening. Like my entire life wasn't breaking apart. Yes, she said finally. Quiet. Clear. They're yours. The ground tilted. I put my hand out. Found a lamppost. Held on. Both of them. I asked stupidly. Yes, both of them. I looked at them again. Really looked. Jack had my eyes. My hair. My serious expression. Lily had Emma's smile. My nose. A mix. A perfect mix. Why didn't you tell me? My voice broke. I tried, she said. I called you. After we broke up. When I found out I was pregnant. You didn't answer. You texted me back. You said you needed space. You said we both needed to move on. You said contacting each other would just make it harder. I remembered. I had said that. I had been the one to ask for no contact, because it hurt too much to hear her voice, because I was with Sarah, because I thought it was the right thing to do. I called again. Emma continued. A week later, you blocked my number. I closed my eyes. I did. I tried email. You didn't respond. I deleted them without reading them. I said, I thought you were trying to get back together. I thought it would just hurt us both. I was pregnant with your twins, she said, each word very precise. And you blocked me. Twins. The word echoed in my head. I had twin children, 5-year-old and 3-year-old twins. Wait. No, that didn't make sense. Twins. I asked. Lily and Jack aren't the same age, she said patiently, like she was talking to someone very slow. Lily is 5. From our last time together. Before you left for New York. Jack is 3. From the time I visited you in New York. Remember? We were trying to make things work. I remembered. She came to visit. We spent the weekend in my apartment. We tried to pretend the distance didn't matter. We made love like we used to. Like we could fix everything by being close. Like bodies could say what words couldn't. And then she went home. And we had that fight on the phone. And everything fell apart. You were pregnant both times. I said, not a question, a statement, trying to understand. I was pregnant with Lily when you blocked me. I had her alone. My mom helped. My sister. I tried to reach you one more time. Through your work. Left a message with your assistant. You never called back. I never got that message. Or maybe I did and ignored it. I had told my assistant not to put through personal calls. I was trying to focus. To move forward. To not look back. And Jack. I asked. I found out I was pregnant again 2 weeks after our final fight. The one where we officially ended things. I didn't try to contact you that time. You made it clear you didn't want to hear from me. You had moved on. Started seeing someone. I saw the pictures on social media before I deleted everything. You looked happy. I wasn't going to ruin that. Emma, I said, you should have. Should have what? She interrupted. Anger now. Finally. The wall cracking. Should have chased after a man who blocked me. Should have forced you to be a father when you clearly didn't want me in your life anymore. Should have ruined your new relationship. Your new life. They're my children. Now you care? Her voice rose. The children looked scared. She took a breath. Lowered her voice. You didn't care when I needed you. You didn't care when I was pregnant. Alone. Scared. You didn't care when Lily was born and I sat in that hospital room crying because the person I loved more than anything wasn't there. You didn't care when Jack came and I thought I would drown from how hard everything was. 2 small children. Working full time. exhausted all the time, broke all the time. You didn't care. Each word hit me like a fist. I didn't know, I said weakly. Because you didn't want to know, she said. You wanted to move on. So you did. And I let you. Because I loved you. And when you love someone, you let them be happy, even if it destroys you. I couldn't speak. My throat was closed. My eyes burned. Lily tugged Emma's hand. Mama, I'm hungry. Emma looked down. Her face softened immediately. I know, baby. We'll go get lunch soon. Okay? Lily nodded. Jack still stared at me. This little boy, my son, looking at me like I was a stranger. Because I was. I have to go, Emma said. This was a mistake. Coming here. I'm sorry. Don't, I said. Please don't go. We need to talk. Really talk. There's nothing to talk about, she said. You have a wedding to finish. A life to live. We're fine. We've been fine without you. We'll keep being fine. I want to know them, I said. I want to be their father. You can't just decide that now, she said. Standing here in your wedding suit. On your wedding day. You don't get to show up 5 years later and suddenly want to be a dad. I didn't know. I said again. Louder. Too loud. Jack flinched. I lowered my voice. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If I had known. If I had read those emails. If I had taken your calls. Everything would be different. But you didn't, she said simply. And it's not. She turned to leave. Wait, I said. Please. Just. Can I see you again? Can we talk? Please. She stopped. Didn't turn around. I don't think that's a good idea, she said. Emma, they're my children. I have a right. You have no rights, she said, turning now, eyes blazing. You gave up your rights when you disappeared. When you built a whole new life without us. When you met someone else. When you were about to promise forever to another woman. You don't get to claim rights now. She was right. I knew she was right. But I couldn't let her leave. Not again. Not without knowing I'd see her again. See them again. One conversation, I said. That's all I'm asking. 1 hour. You and me. We talk. Really talk. About everything. Then you can decide. If you never want to see me again, I'll respect that. But please, give me one conversation. She studied my face. Like she was trying to see inside me. Trying to figure out if I was worth the risk. I'll think about it, she said finally. When can I? I'll think about it, she repeated firmly. Now go back to your wedding. I can't, I said. What? I can't marry her. I said, not now. Not after this. Emma shook her head. Don't do this. Don't blow up your life because of me. Because of some shock. You'll regret it. I already regret everything. I said, every choice I made that led me away from you. Daniel. I never stopped loving you. I said. The words came out before I could stop them. Not for one day. Not for 1 second. Her eyes filled with tears, but she blinked them away. Hard. It doesn't matter, she said. Love isn't enough. It wasn't enough before. It's not enough now. Maybe it could be, I said. Maybe we could. No, she said. There is no we. Not anymore. Go back to your bride. Apologize. Fix it. Live your life. We'll live ours. She took both children's hands. Started walking. Fast. Away from me. I stood there. Watched them go. This time I didn't follow. Because she was right. What was I doing? I had left Sarah at the altar. In front of everyone. 200 people. Her family. My family. Everyone we knew. What was I thinking? But I couldn't stop thinking about them. Emma. Lily. Jack. My family. My real family. The one I didn't know existed. I turned. Walked slowly back to the church. My feet felt like lead. My whole body felt heavy. Like I'd aged 100 years in 20 minutes. The church doors opened before I reached them. My mother stood there. Her face was pale. Angry. What did you just do? She asked. Behind her, I could see people milling around. Confused. Upset. Sarah's mother crying. My father standing awkwardly. Sarah's bridesmaids huddled together. And Sarah, sitting in the front pew, still in her wedding dress. Her face in her hands. I'm sorry, I said. Sorry. My mother's voice shook. You just humiliated that poor girl. In front of everyone. On what was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. I know. Who was that woman? She demanded. Who did you run after? Emma, I said quietly. My mother's face changed. She knew that name. I had told her about Emma years ago, when we first broke up. She had said it was for the best. That long distance never works. That I would find someone better suited to my life. She never liked Emma. Thought she was too artsy, too impractical, not ambitious enough. Emma, she repeated. Your ex-girlfriend from Boston? Yes. Why is she here? Why did you chase her? I looked at my mother, this woman who raised me, who loved me, who wanted the best for me, who thought she knew what the best was. She has 2 children. I said, they're mine. My mother's mouth opened, closed, opened again. No sound came out. I didn't know. I continued. I just found out. Right now. Just this minute. That's impossible, she said finally. You would have known. She would have told you. She tried. I blocked her. I didn't want contact. I thought it would be easier. My mother leaned against the doorframe. Her face went from pale to gray. Oh, Daniel, she whispered. What have you done? I don't know, I said honestly. I don't know what to do. You need to talk to Sarah, she said. Right now. You owe her that. I nodded, walked past her, into the church. Everyone stopped talking, stared at me. I felt their eyes, their judgment, their confusion. I walked up the aisle, towards Sarah. She looked up as I approached. Her face was blotchy, red, makeup smeared. She had been crying hard. Sarah, I said, sitting down, next to her, not too close. Don't, she said, don't say anything. Just tell me why. I saw someone, I said, from my past. Your ex. Yes. And you ran after her, on our wedding day, in front of everyone. Yes. Why? I took a breath. She has children. They're mine. I didn't know. Sarah stared at me. What? I have 2 children. I just found out. She tried to tell me years ago. I didn't answer her. I blocked her. I was trying to move on. I didn't know. Sarah stood up, walked a few steps away. Her dress rustled. So much white fabric. So much hope and promise sewn into every inch. How old? She asked, not looking at me. 5 and 3. So, you were with her, while you were with me. No, I said quickly. No, the oldest was conceived before I met you. The youngest was from when Emma and I were trying long distance, before we officially ended things, before you and I started dating. But you were still sleeping with her, while you were starting to see me. I thought back, tried to remember the exact timeline. We had just broken up. We were over. Then you and I got coffee, started talking. That was the day after Emma and I officially ended things. The day after, Sarah repeated. One day. You waited 1 day before moving on to me. It wasn't like that. What was it like then? She spun around. Her face was hard. Tell me, Daniel, what was it like? Because from where I'm standing, you never got over her. You just covered up the hurt with me. I was a band-aid, a distraction, something easy while you tried to forget the hard thing. That's not true, isn't it? Tears ran down her face again. Be honest. For once in your life, be completely honest. Did you ever love me the way you loved her? I opened my mouth. Nothing came out, because I couldn't lie. Not now. Not after everything. I love you, I said carefully. I do. You're wonderful. You're everything anyone could want. But not the way you love her, Sarah finished. I looked down. No, not the same way. She laughed. A harsh sound. Not really a laugh at all. I knew, she said. Some part of me always knew. You would get this look sometimes. Like you were somewhere else. Someone else. I told myself I was imagining it. I told myself you just needed time. That eventually you would love me completely. But you never did. Part of you was always with her. I'm sorry, I said. Useless words. Not enough. Never enough. Me too, she said. She walked past me. Down the aisle. Her bridesmaids rushed to her. Surrounded her. Protected her. One of them glared at me. Pure hatred in her eyes. I deserved it. I stood there alone. In this church. With all these flowers. All this wasted beauty. All this broken hope. My father approached. Put a hand on my shoulder. Come on, son, he said quietly. Let's go home. I ruined everything. I said, yes, he agreed. You did. At least he was honest. I didn't go home. I couldn't. Home was the apartment I shared with Sarah. Was still sharing with Sarah. Technically, all her things were there. All our things. The life we built together. I went to a hotel instead. A cheap one. I didn't care where. I just needed a room. A bed. A door that locked. I sat on the edge of the bed, still in my wedding suit, stared at the wall. The room smelled like cleaning products and old carpet. The wallpaper was peeling in the corner. A truck rumbled past outside. The whole building shook. My phone buzzed. Over and over. Texts, calls, voicemails. I didn't look, didn't answer. I turned it off, put it face down on the nightstand. I sat there until it got dark, then darker. The room had one lamp, harsh light. I didn't turn it off. I just sat. Sometime after midnight, I finally moved, took off the suit jacket, the tie, the shoes, lay down on top of the covers, stared at the ceiling. I had children, 2 children, Lily and Jack, 5 and 3 years old. They existed for 5 years without me, 3 years without me. They learned to walk without me, to talk, to laugh, to be people, whole people. And I wasn't there. Emma raised them alone. While I was in New York building my career, while I was dating Sarah, while I was planning a wedding, while I was living my life like Emma didn't exist, like what we had was just a chapter in my past, closed, finished. But it wasn't finished. It would never be finished, because we made life together. 2 lives, 2 perfect small humans who had my blood, my DNA, who looked like me, who were part of me, and I had no idea how to fix this. I finally slept when the sun came up. A few hours, bad sleep, dreams about running, always running, never catching up, never reaching the people I was chasing. When I woke up, it was afternoon. Sunday. I should have been on my honeymoon. Sarah and I had planned 2 weeks in Italy, Florence, Rome, the coast. We were supposed to leave today. Our flight was at 4. I wondered if she went anyway. Probably not. You don't go on a honeymoon alone. I turned my phone back on. 37 missed calls. 62 texts. I scrolled through them without reading most. My mother, call me. My father, we need to talk. My best man, what the hell happened? Friends, are you okay? Sarah's number appeared multiple times. I couldn't read those. Not yet. And then, one text from a number I didn't recognize. It's Emma. Got your number from my friend. Meet me tomorrow. 2 p.m. Riverside Park. East entrance. Come alone. My heart jumped. Started racing. She was willing to talk. To meet. Tomorrow. I read the text 5 times. Then texted back. I'll be there. Thank you. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Don't thank me yet. I spent the rest of Sunday in that hotel room, ordered food, didn't eat much, watched TV without seeing it, took a shower, stared at myself in the mirror. I looked older, tired, like I'd been through a war. Maybe I had. Monday morning I checked out, went to a store, bought new clothes, jeans, a shirt, nothing fancy. I didn't want to look like the man at the altar. I wanted to look like someone different, someone who deserved a second chance. I got to the park at 1:30, too early. I sat on a bench near the east entrance, watched people walk by, joggers, dog walkers, mothers with strollers, old couples holding hands, everyone living their normal lives, everyone who didn't just destroy their wedding and discover they had secret children. At exactly 2 o'clock, Emma appeared. She wore jeans and a green sweater. Her hair was pulled back. No makeup that I could see. She looked tired too, but still beautiful. Still Emma. No children with her. She saw me, walked over, sat on the other end of the bench. Not close. A careful distance between us. Hi, I said. Hi, she said back. We sat in silence for a minute. 2 minutes. I didn't know how to start. Where to start? Everything felt too big. Too important to mess up with the wrong words. Thank you for meeting me, I finally said. She nodded, looked straight ahead at the path, at the trees, anywhere but at me. I need to say something first, she said, before we talk about anything else. What happened at the church? That was my fault. I never should have come. I knew it was a bad idea. I knew it would hurt. Me, you, your bride, everyone. But I came anyway. I think part of me wanted to see you one more time, to prove to myself I was over you, that seeing you marry someone else wouldn't break me. I was wrong. It did break me. And then I broke you. and her. And I'm sorry. You didn't break anything that wasn't already broken, I said. I never should have proposed to Sarah. I never should have let it go that far. She deserved better. She deserved someone who loved her completely, and I couldn't give her that. Because you're right. Part of me was always with you. Always. Emma closed her eyes. Daniel, don't. It's true. It doesn't matter if it's true. It's been 5 years. 5 years of no contact. Of separate lives. You don't know me anymore. I don't know you. Whatever we had is gone. Is it? I asked. Because sitting here, right now, next to you, it doesn't feel gone. It feels like everything. She opened her eyes. Finally looked at me. That's just nostalgia. Memory. The idea of what we were. Not what we actually are. Maybe, I said, or maybe some things don't die. Maybe some connections are too deep to break. Even with years. Even with distance. Even with mistakes. Pretty words, she said softly. But words don't raise children. Words don't pay bills. Words don't show up at 3 a.m. when a kid has a fever and you're so tired you can barely stand. Words don't matter as much as you think they do. You're right, I said. Action matters. Being there matters. And I wasn't there. I failed you. I failed them. I know that. I can't undo it. I can't go back and make different choices. But I can be here now. I can try to be the father they deserve. The partner you deserved. If you'll let me. She shook her head. It's not that simple. I know. They don't know who you are. They think their father didn't want them. That's what I told them. Because I didn't know what else to say. I couldn't tell them the truth. That I tried to contact you, and you blocked me. That makes you sound cruel. Makes me sound weak. So I said you didn't know about them. That we split up before I found out. That I tried to find you, but couldn't. I let them think you were some distant mystery. Not a villain. Not a hero. Just someone who wasn't there. What do you want me to be? I asked. To them. What do you want me to be? She was quiet for a long time. A jogger passed. Then another. A woman with 2 dogs. The world kept moving. I don't know, she said finally. That's why I agreed to meet you. To figure that out. Because this isn't just about what I want. Or what you want. It's about what's best for them. For Lily and Jack. They're happy. They're healthy. They have a good life. My mom helps. My sister. We have a routine. A home. Stability. If you come into their lives, now you could disrupt all of that. You could hurt them. Confuse them. Or you could help them. Complete them. I don't know which it will be. And I'm terrified to find out. I would never hurt them. I said. Not on purpose, she agreed. But what if you try being a father and realize it's too hard? Too much? What if you decide your career matters more? What if you meet someone else, and she doesn't want to deal with your complicated past? What if you disappear on them the way you disappeared on me? I can handle being abandoned. I'm an adult. I survived it once. I'll survive anything. But them? They're children. They need consistency. Safety. I won't let you break their hearts. I won't. I said. I promise. Everyone promises. She said. Promises are cheap. Then let me prove it. Let me show you. Give me a chance. Please. She turned to face me fully. Her eyes searched mine. Why? Why now? Is it guilt? Obligation? Some midlife crisis? What is it that makes you think you can just step into their lives after 5 years? Because they're mine, I said. Because when I saw that little boy looking at me, I saw myself. I saw my father. My grandfather. I saw generations of my family in his face. And when I saw Lily, I saw you. Your smile. Your spirit. And I knew that they're the most important thing. More important than my job, my apartment, my plans, anything. They're my children, and I want to know them. I want them to know me. I want to be there. For everything. The good, the bad, the boring, all of it. It's mostly boring, she said, and exhausting, and repetitive. It's not this grand adventure. It's packing lunches, wiping noses, breaking up fights over toys. Reading the same book 15 times in a row. Preschool pickups. Scraped knees. Tantrums in grocery stores. That's what parenting is. The small things. Over and over. Day after day. Are you ready for that? I don't know, I said honestly. I've never been a parent. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I want to learn. I want to try. She studied me for another long moment. Then sighed. I need to think about this. Really think. Not just what my heart wants. What my head knows is right. For them. How long? I asked. I don't know. A few days. A week. I need to talk to my mom. My sister. Maybe a therapist. Figure out how to do this. If we do this. How to tell them. How to introduce you. What the boundaries are. What the expectations are. All of it. Okay, I said. I'll wait. However long you need. Where are you staying? She asked. A hotel. I can't go back to my apartment. Sarah's things are there. It wouldn't be right. The engagement is really over. Completely. I called her yesterday. We talked. Briefly. She's staying with her sister. She wants me to move out. Take my things. Leave hers. She'll get the apartment. I agreed. It's the least I can do. I'm sorry, Emma said. I know that's hard. It's nothing compared to what you went through. I said, raising 2 children alone. I can't imagine how hard that was. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, she said quietly. But also the best. They're everything to me. They're my whole world. My whole life. Everything I do is for them. So if you come into our lives, you need to understand that. They come first. Always. Not your feelings. Not mine. Them. I understand. I said. I hope so, she said. She stood up. I should go. I need to pick them up from my mom's soon. She watches them when I work. What do you do? I asked. For work. I manage the bookstore now, she said. The one I used to work at. The owner retired. Left it to me. It's small. Doesn't pay much. But it's mine. And I love it. You always loved that place, I said, smiling at the memory. You wanted to fill it with rare books. First editions. Create a space for writers to gather. I did all that, she said, smiling back. Just a little. We have readings every Thursday night. A writing group on Saturdays. Kids' story time on Sunday mornings. Lily loves it. She thinks she owns the place. Tells everyone her mom is the boss. That's wonderful. I said, I'm proud of you. Don't, she said, the smile fading. Don't be proud. Don't be anything. Not yet. Not until we figure this out. Okay, I said, can I ask one more thing? What? Can I see pictures? Of them. Growing up. I missed so much. I want to see. Her face softened. Yeah, I can do that. She pulled out her phone. Sat back down. Not as far away this time. Close enough that I could see the screen. She scrolled to her photos. Started showing me. A newborn. Tiny. Red. Wrinkled. Lily. 2 hours old. A toddler. Dark curls. Big smile. Lily at 2. She loved that dress. Wore it every day for a month. 2 children. One bigger. One smaller. Sitting together. Their first photo together. Lily was so gentle with him. Still is. A little boy. Covered in spaghetti sauce. Grinning. Jack's first birthday. He smashed the cake everywhere. Took an hour to clean up. A little girl. First day of school. Backpack. Almost as big as her. Nervous smile. Lily's first day of kindergarten. She cried for 10 minutes. Then decided she loved it. Now she never wants to come home. More photos. Hundreds of them. Birthdays. Holidays. Random Tuesday afternoons. Bath time. Park visits. Ice cream faces. Sleepy eyes. Morning hair. All the moments. All the life. All the things I missed. My throat got tight. My eyes burned. They're beautiful, I said, voice rough. They are, she agreed. They're the best thing I ever made. I said, we made them. She looked at me. Yeah, I guess we did. We sat there, looking at photos, for almost an hour. She told me stories. Little things. Lily's afraid of butterflies, but loves spiders. Jack can't sleep without his stuffed elephant. Lily wants to be an astronaut. Jack wants to be a garbage man because he thinks the trucks are cool. Emma told me everything, like she'd been holding it in for years, waiting to share it with someone, with me. When we got to the end of the photos, she put her phone away. We sat in silence again, more comfortable this time. I should really go, she said. For real this time. Okay, I said. Will you text me? When you decide. Yes, she said. I promise. Thank you, Emma, for this, for giving me a chance, for everything. She stood up, looked down at me. Her expression was complicated, soft and hard at the same time. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for them, so they can know their father. if you prove worthy of knowing. I'll prove it, I said. I swear. She nodded, started to walk away, then stopped, turned back. Daniel. Yeah. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. I'm harder now, more careful, less trusting. You broke my heart, completely. It took years to put it back together. And it's still not quite right, still cracks sometimes. I need you to know that. Whatever happens with the kids, you and me, we're not going back to what we were. We can't. Too much has happened. Too much time. Too much hurt. I know, I said. I'm not the same person either. Good, she said, because that person made bad choices. Yeah, I agreed. He did. She looked at me for one more moment, then walked away. This time I let her go, watched her disappear into the trees, into her life, the life she built without me. But maybe, just maybe, there was room for me in it now. She texted me 3 days later. We can meet, you and the kids, but there are rules. My heart jumped. I texted back immediately. Anything, whatever you need. 3 dots, then a long message. 1, we meet in public, somewhere they're comfortable. The park near our house. 2, I tell them who you are, their father. But I also tell them this is new, that we're trying, that nothing is certain. 3, you don't make promises you can't keep. No, I'll be here forever, or I'll never leave. Just truth. 4, you follow my lead. If they're scared or uncomfortable, we stop. We leave. We try again another day. 5, this doesn't mean you and I are together. This is about them. Only them. Do you agree? Yes. To all of it. Saturday, 10 a.m., Riverside Park, West Side Playground. I'll be there with them. Don't be late. They hate when people are late. I won't be. Thank you, Emma. Don't thank me yet. The same thing she said before. I was starting to understand. This was going to be hard. Harder than anything. Harder than running a company. Harder than building a career. Harder than any test I'd ever taken or challenge I'd ever faced. Because this mattered more than anything ever had. I spent the next 3 days preparing. I moved out of Sarah's apartment, packed my things, left them in storage, found a new place. Small. 1 bedroom, but with space for visitors, space for children. Eventually, if Emma allowed it, I called my parents, had a long conversation. My mother cried. A lot. She wanted to meet them. Her grandchildren. I told her soon. But not yet. We needed to go slow. I talked to my boss, explained the situation, asked for reduced hours. He wasn't happy, said I was throwing away my career. I told him some things were more important than career. He didn't understand. That was okay. I barely understood either. I read books about parenting, about children, about being a father. They all said the same thing. Show up. Be consistent. Listen. Love. Seemed simple. Seemed impossible. Friday night I couldn't sleep. Lay in my new apartment. In this new bed. In this new life. Thinking about tomorrow. About meeting my children. Really meeting them. Not just seeing them at a church. But talking to them. Hearing their voices. Learning who they were. What if they hated me? What if they didn't want a father? What if I said the wrong thing? Did the wrong thing? What if Emma changed her mind? What if I wasn't enough? The thoughts spiraled, round and round, until the sun came up. I got to the park at 9:30, too early again. I couldn't help it. I sat on a bench far enough away that I could see the playground, but not close enough to be creepy, watching the families, the children running, climbing, laughing, screaming with joy. I tried to imagine Lily and Jack there, playing, being children. Would they let me push them on the swings? Would they show me how high they could climb? Would they talk to me at all? At exactly 10 o'clock, Emma appeared. She held both their hands. Jack on one side, Lily on the other. They wore matching blue jackets. Jack had on little sneakers that lit up when he walked. Lily had a backpack shaped like a ladybug. They looked so small. Emma saw me, said something to them. They both looked in my direction. Lily pointed. Emma nodded. They started walking toward me. I stood up, wiped my sweaty palms on my jeans, tried to smile. Normal, casual, like my heart wasn't trying to escape my chest. They stopped a few feet away. Emma let go of their hands. Lily, Jack, she said, this is Daniel. Do you remember him from the church? Lily nodded. Serious. You were getting married. I said. My voice came out okay. Steady. But I didn't. Because I saw you. And I realized something very important. What? She asked. I looked at Emma. She nodded. Permission. I realized that you and your brother are my children. And I didn't know. And I needed to meet you. Because you're the most important people in the world. Lily frowned. Thinking. Processing. How can we be your children if you weren't there? Smart girl. Of course she would ask that. That's a very good question. I said. The truth is I made a big mistake. A long time ago. Your mom tried to tell me about you. But I didn't listen. I thought I was doing the right thing by staying away. But I was wrong. Very wrong. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there. But I'm here now. If you'll let me be. Jack moved closer to Emma. Held her leg. He hadn't said anything yet. Just watched me with those big eyes. My eyes. Do you live far away? Lily asked. I used to, I said. But not anymore. I moved. I live here now. In the city. Close to you. Why? So I can see you. If you want. So I can get to know you. And you can get to know me. What if we don't like you? She asked. Fair question. Then we'll try anyway. I said. Because families stick together. Even when they don't always like each other. Even when things are hard. We try. Are you our daddy? Jack asked suddenly. His voice was so small. So high. The voice of a 3-year-old. My throat closed up. I blinked hard. Yes, I am. Where were you? He asked. I was lost. I said. But your mom helped me find you. And now I'm here. He thought about that. Then asked. Are you nice? I almost laughed. Almost cried. I try to be. Most of the time. Do you like elephants? I do. Me too. I have an elephant. His name is Peanut. That's a great name. He sleeps with me every night. He sounds very important. He is. Lily tugged Emma's hand. Can we play now? In a minute, baby. Emma said. Do you have any questions for Daniel? Anything you want to ask him? Lily looked at me. Up and down. Assessing. Do you know how to push a swing? I think so, I said. High or low? However high you want. I like high, she said. Really high. Up to the sky. I can do that. Okay, you can push me. But if I fall, you have to catch me. Deal, I said. She smiled. Just a little. Then ran toward the playground. Jack followed her. Emma and I walked behind. Slower. Giving them space. That went okay, I said quietly. They're being polite, Emma said. They'll have a million more questions later. When they feel safe. I know. We reached the swings. Lily climbed onto one. Looked back at me. Waiting. I walked over. Stood behind her. Held the swing. Ready? Ready. I pushed. Gentle at first. Then harder as she went higher. She laughed. A bright sound. Pure joy. Higher, she called. I pushed harder. Higher. Higher. Jack watched. Then climbed onto the swing next to her. Looked at Emma. She pushed him. Softer. He was smaller. More cautious. But he laughed too. We pushed them for 20 minutes. Until Lily wanted to go on the slide. Then the climbing structure. Then the monkey bars. Jack followed his sister everywhere. Did everything she did. Careful. Watching her. Learning. I stayed close. But not too close. Letting Emma take the lead. When Lily fell and scraped her knee, Emma was there first. Wiped the blood. Kissed it better. Made her laugh again. I watched. Learning what to do. How to be. After an hour they got tired. Hungry. Emma had snacks in her bag. Apple slices. Crackers. Juice boxes. We sat on a blanket under a tree. The kids ate fast. Messy. Crumbs everywhere. Do you have a job? Lily asked me. Mouth full of apple. I do, I said. I work with numbers. Helping companies make good decisions. That sounds boring, she said. Emma tried not to smile. It can be, I admitted. What do you want to do when you grow up? Astronaut, she said immediately. I want to go to the moon. That's amazing. What about you, Jack? I asked. He looked at his sister. Then back at me. Garbage man. Why a garbage man? The trucks are cool. And loud. They are cool, I agreed. Do you have a truck? He asked. No, just a car. What color? Silver. He made a face. That's boring. You should get a red one. Red is the best. I'll think about that. You should get a red truck, Lily said. So Jack will think you're cool. Noted, I said, smiling. Emma was smiling too, watching the three of us. Her expression was softer than I'd seen it, like maybe this was working. Maybe this could be okay. We stayed at the park until noon. Then the kids started getting cranky, tired. Emma said it was time to go. They needed lunch, naps, routine. Can we see him again? Lily asked. Emma looked at me, then back at her. Do you want to? Maybe, Lily said, if he gets a red truck. I'll work on that, I said. Jack tugged my sleeve. I looked down. He was holding something. A small rock. Smooth. Gray. For you, he said. So, you remember us? I took it. Held it carefully, like it was made of gold. Thank you. I love it. He smiled. Then ran to Emma. They left, walking away hand in hand. Emma looked back once. Gave me a small wave. I waved back. Watched them until they disappeared around the corner. Then I sat back down on the bench. Looked at the rock in my hand. This small smooth stone. Given to me by my son. This 3-year-old boy who didn't know me, but who wanted me to remember him. As if I could ever forget. Emma texted me that night. They talked about you all afternoon. Lily wants to know if you can come to her school event next week. It's an art show. Parents come see the kids' projects. I told her I'd ask. Yes, absolutely. When? Thursday, 6 p.m., PS 234. West Side. I'll be there. She'll be happy. I stared at the text, then typed, how are you? Really? 3 dots. They disappeared. Came back. Disappeared again. Finally a message. I don't know. This is strange. Seeing you with them. Seeing them with you. It's everything I wanted 5 years ago. And it's terrifying now. Why terrifying? Because they like you. And if they like you, and then you leave, it will destroy them. And I can't let that happen. I won't leave. You say that now. I mean it. I'm not going anywhere. Dots again. Longer this time. We'll see. Actions matter more than words. Remember? I remember. I'll prove it. However long it takes. Good night, Daniel. Good night, Emma. I lay in bed, turned the rock over in my hand, thought about Jack, about Lily, about Emma, about this second chance. This impossible second chance. I wouldn't waste it. The next 2 weeks were the strangest of my life. I saw Lily and Jack 3 more times. Short visits. The park again. Then a children's museum. Then lunch at a pizza place they loved. Each time, they were a little more comfortable, a little more open. Lily told me about school, her best friend Sophie, her teacher, Miss Martin, how she was learning to read, and it was hard, but she liked it anyway. Jack told me about Peanut, the elephant, every detail, how he won him at a fair, how he used to be white, but now he was gray from hugging, how he smelled like home, how he couldn't sleep without him. They asked me questions. Did I have brothers or sisters? No. Did I have a dog? No. Did I want a dog? Maybe. Did I like pizza? Yes. Did I put pineapple on pizza? No, thank God. They said pineapple on pizza was gross. They were testing me, seeing if I fit, seeing if I belonged. Emma was always there, always watching, making sure, protecting them. I didn't mind. I understood. I would do the same. She talked to me more too, not about us, about them, their schedules, their habits, their quirks. Jack was shy with strangers, but bold once he knew you. Lily was brave about everything except butterflies and the dark. They fought sometimes, but always made up. They loved each other completely. She was teaching me, showing me how to be their father. Patient, slow, one day at a time. And I was learning, fast as I could. Thursday came. The art show. I got there early. The school was bright, colorful. Drawings covered every wall. I found Emma in the classroom. She wore a nice dress. Blue. Simple. She looked beautiful. You came? She said. Of course I came. Some parents don't. Work gets in the way. Other things. Nothing is more important than this, I said. She looked at me. Something changed in her eyes. Just for a second. Something like hope. Or maybe memory of when I used to say things like that and mean them before everything fell apart. Lily ran over. Daniel, you have to see my painting. She grabbed my hand, pulled me to the wall, pointed at a picture. Lots of colors. Blue sky, green grass, yellow sun, 4 figures, one tall, One shorter. Too small. This is us, she said, pointing at the small figures. Me and Jack. And this is Mama. And this is you. Me. I asked. Yeah, I painted our family. Our family. She said it so simply, like it was obvious, like it was true. It's beautiful, I said. My voice cracked. The teacher said I could take it home. I'm going to hang it in my room. I'd love to see that. She smiled, ran off to show other people. Emma came to stand next to me. We both looked at the painting. She added you, Emma said quietly, to the picture. At first, it was just the three of us. Then, after last weekend, she painted over it, added a fourth person, added you. I couldn't speak, just stared at the painting. At this family, my family, they're accepting you, Emma continued, letting you in, but you need to understand. That makes the stakes higher, not lower. If you hurt them now, it will be worse than if you'd never come at all. I know, I managed. Do you? Because they already love you, both of them, in their own way. You're the father they always wanted, the one they asked about, dreamed about, and now you're real. You're here. You're theirs. And if you take that away, if you disappoint them, if you leave, it will break them. I won't, I said, looking at her now. Emma, I swear, I won't leave. I won't disappoint them. I would rather die than hurt those kids. She searched my face, looking for the lie, the doubt, the weakness. Whatever she saw made her relax, just slightly. Okay, she said. I believe you. You do. I'm starting to. You've shown up. Every time. On time. Present. Engaged. You listen to them. You remember what they say. You care. It shows. Of course I care. They're incredible. Yeah, she said softly. They are. We stood there, shoulder to shoulder, looking at the painting. Parents came and went around us. Kids ran by. The noise faded. It was just us. And the picture. And the future it represented. Emma, I said, can I ask you something? Maybe. Would you ever? Could you ever? Forgive me? She didn't answer right away. Just kept looking at the painting. I don't know, she said finally. Some things are hard to forgive. You weren't just absent. You were actively gone. Blocking me. Refusing to hear. Building a life that didn't include us. That's not something you just get over. I know. I'm not asking you to get over it. I'm just asking if maybe, someday, you could see past it. See who I'm trying to be now. Not who I was then. She turned to face me. Her eyes were wet, but no tears fell. Ask me again in a year, she said, after you've been here, consistently. After you've proven this isn't just guilt or a phase. After you've been a real father, then maybe I'll have an answer. A year, I said. I can do that. We'll see, she said. But she smiled. Just a little. And that was enough. The weeks turned into months. Fall came. Then winter. Leaves fell. Snow came. The city got cold and gray and beautiful. I saw Lily and Jack twice a week at first. Then 3 times. Then 4. Park visits became dinner visits. Short afternoons became full days. Slowly, carefully, building trust. I learned their routines. Lily liked structure. Needed to know what was happening when. Jack was more flexible, easygoing, but both needed consistency. Needed to know I would show up when I said I would. Do what I promised. Be there. So I was there. Every Tuesday and Thursday evening. Every Saturday afternoon. Sometimes Sundays too, if they wanted. I never canceled. Never was late. If I said I was coming, I came. I learned their favorites. Lily loved mac and cheese, but only the shaped pasta, not the elbow kind. Jack would eat anything except peas. Lily's favorite color was purple. Jack's was red. Lily liked books about animals. Jack liked books with trucks. Lily was ticklish on her feet. Jack on his sides. Lily hummed when she was happy. Jack bounced. I learned their fears. Lily was afraid of the dark. We got a nightlight shaped like a moon. Jack was afraid of loud noises. We practiced being brave together. Thunder. Fire trucks. Vacuum cleaners. Taking it slow. One sound at a time. I learned their dreams. Lily wanted to go to space. See Earth from far away. Know what it felt like to float. Jack wanted a dog. A big one. That he could ride. I told him dogs don't work like that. He said he would train it special. I learned how to parent. Not from books. From doing. From Emma. She showed me how to discipline without yelling, how to redirect instead of saying no, how to listen to the feelings behind the words, how to be patient when they weren't, how to stay calm when they were chaos. She showed me how to do bath time, teeth brushing, bedtime routines, how to read the same story 15 times without going crazy, how to answer impossible questions. Where do babies come from? Why is the sky blue? What happens when we die? Simple, honest answers. As much truth as they could handle. She showed me how to love them, completely, unconditionally, even when they were difficult, especially then. And slowly, very slowly, she started to trust me. November came. Thanksgiving was approaching. Emma asked if I wanted to join them. At her mother's house, with her family, her sister, brother-in-law, nieces and nephews. Everyone. Are you sure? I asked. Your family doesn't exactly love me. No, she agreed. They don't. My mom has some strong opinions about men who abandon their children. My sister wants to punch you in the face. Her words, not mine. Sounds fun. But the kids want you there. And what the kids want matters most. So yes, come. Survive my family. Prove you're serious. Challenge accepted. Thanksgiving Day. I brought flowers for her mother. Wine for the adults. A pie from the bakery, Lily, said made the best pies. I wore a nice shirt, nice pants. I wanted to make a good impression, even though I knew I wouldn't. Emma's mother answered the door. She was small, gray hair, sharp eyes. She looked me up and down. So you're him, she said. Yes, ma'am. I'm Daniel. It's nice to meet you. I'm not sure it's nice to meet you, she said, but you're here. Come in. Not exactly warm, but not being thrown out. Progress. The house smelled like turkey and pie and family. Kids ran around. Cousins. Laughing. Playing. Lily and Jack ran to me. Hug my legs. You came? Lily said. Of course I came. Grandma said maybe you wouldn't. Well, Grandma was wrong. I looked at Emma's mother. She raised an eyebrow. Message received. Prove it. Emma's sister approached. Taller than Emma. Same green eyes. But harder. She crossed her arms. I'm Sarah, she said. Daniel. I know who you are. Hurt my sister again, and I'll make sure you regret it. Sarah, Emma said. Warning tone. No, it's okay, I said, looking at Sarah directly. She has every right to say that. I did hurt Emma, badly, and if I ever do it again, I'll deserve whatever comes. But I'm trying, every day, to be better, to be the father those kids deserve, the man Emma deserved all along. Sarah stared at me, hard, then nodded once. We'll see. She walked away. Emma touched my arm. You okay? Yeah, she's protecting you. I respect that. She's also terrifying. That too. Dinner was awkward. I sat between Jack and Lily. Emma across from me. Her mother at the head of the table. Everyone else filled in around us. The conversation flowed, but I felt outside of it. An intruder. Someone who didn't belong. Emma's mother said grace, thanked God for family, for health, for second chances. She looked at me on the last part. I wasn't sure if it was hopeful or a warning. The food was incredible. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, green beans, cranberry sauce, fresh rolls, everything homemade. Jack ate 3 rolls. Lily tried everything, but only ate the potatoes. Tell us, Daniel, Emma's mother said during the meal. What are your intentions? The table got quiet. Everyone looked at me. My intentions? I asked. With my daughter. With my grandchildren. You show up now. After all these years. You take them to parks. Buy them toys. Play the doting father. But what happens when it gets hard? When it's not fun anymore? When it's just work? Mom, Emma said. Please. No, it's okay, I said again. I put down my fork. Looked at Emma's mother. This woman who raised Emma, who helped raise my children when I wasn't there, who had every right to hate me. My intentions are to be their father, I said, for the rest of my life, not just when it's easy, all the time. I know I missed the beginning, the years I should have been there. I can't get that back, but I can be here now, and I will be when they're sick, when they're struggling in school, when they're teenagers and hate everyone, when they're adults making their own choices. I'll be there. Always. That's my intention. Pretty words, she said. Emma's told me you're good with words. They're not just words. I said, I quit my job. My big important job. Took a new one. Less money. Less prestige. But regular hours. No travel. So I can be here. Present. I moved to this city. Found an apartment nearby. I rearranged my entire life. Not because I had to. Because I wanted to. Because nothing matters more than them. Emma looked surprised. You quit your job? You didn't tell me that. Just happened last week. I start the new position in January. Same field. Different company. Much better balance. Daniel, she said softly, that job was everything to you. No, I said, looking at her. Then at Lily. Then at Jack. They're everything to me. Emma's mother sat back. Studied me. Then nodded slowly. All right. I'll give you a chance. But I'm watching. One mistake. One disappointment. And you're out. Understood. Understood. Thank you. The tension broke. Conversation started again. Emma's sister actually smiled at me. Just once. Quick. But it was something. After dinner the kids wanted to play outside. There was a backyard. Small but enough room to run. I went out with them. Threw a ball. Pushed them on the old tire swing. Let Jack climb on my back. Let Lily hang from my arms. Emma came out. Wrapped in a sweater. She sat on the porch steps. Watched us. When I looked over she was smiling. Really smiling. The way she used to. Before everything went wrong. I walked over. Sat next to her. The kids kept playing. You quit your job, she said. I did. That job was your dream. My dream changed. When? The second I saw them. I said, at the church. Everything I thought mattered just didn't anymore. She was quiet. Watching Jack chase Lily around the yard. Their laughter carried on the cold air. My mom likes you, she said. She told me she's watching for me to mess up. That's how she shows she likes you. If she didn't care, she'd just ignore you. The threat means you matter. Good to know. Daniel, she said, turning to face me. I need to tell you something. Okay. This. What you're doing. Being here. Showing up. Changing your whole life. It's what I always wanted. 5 years ago. When I was pregnant and alone and terrified. I wanted you to do exactly this. Choose us. Choose them. And you didn't. You chose your job. Your life in New York. Your future without us. I know. I'm sorry. Let me finish, she said. You didn't choose us then. But you're choosing us now. And I need you to know that means something. It doesn't erase the past. It doesn't fix what was broken. But it means something. To me. To them. You're here. Really here. And I'm starting to believe you'll stay. I will stay, I said. I promise. Don't promise, she said. Just do it. Day after day. That's all I ask. I can do that. She looked at me. Her eyes were soft, sad, but also something else. Something that looked like the beginning of forgiveness. Thank you, she said, for coming today. For surviving my family. For trying. Thank you for letting me. We sat there, side by side, watching our children play. For a moment, it felt like we were a family. A real family. Not broken. Not complicated. Just together. It was the best moment I'd had in 5 years. December brought cold. Real cold. The kind that hurt your face. The kids loved it. Snow came. They wanted to build snowmen. Have snowball fights. Make snow angels. So we did. All of it. I bought them winter coats. Warm ones. Good ones. Emma protested. Said it was too much. I told her it wasn't enough. It would never be enough. I started keeping extra clothes at my apartment. For when they visited. Kid-sized chairs. Kid-sized plates. Cups with lids. Snacks they liked. Toys. Books. Slowly my place became somewhere they felt comfortable. Somewhere that was partly theirs. One Saturday Jack asked if he could bring Peanut, the elephant, to my apartment for a sleepover. A sleepover? I asked, looking at Emma. She looked surprised too. Are you sure, Jack? You've never slept anywhere without Mama. He nodded. Serious. I want to sleep at Daniel's house. With Peanut. Both of us. Lily asked, can I come too? Emma looked at me. That's a lot. Are you ready for that? Was I? 2 kids. Overnight. Their first time. My first time. What if something went wrong? What if they cried for Emma? What if I messed up? But they were looking at me. Hopeful. Excited. Wanting this. Wanting me? Yeah, I said. I'm ready. If you are. Emma hesitated. This was big. Huge. Letting them stay with me. Overnight. Trusting me with them when she wasn't there. When she couldn't protect them. When it was just me. Okay, she said finally. But I'm 5 minutes away. If anything goes wrong. Anything. You call me. I will. I promise. That Friday they came with backpacks. Pajamas. Toothbrushes. Stuffed animals. So much stuff for 2 small people. Emma went through everything. Bedtime routines. Emergency numbers. What to do if they had nightmares. If they got sick. If they wanted her. Every detail. Every possibility. Emma, I said gently. We'll be okay. I know. They've never. Without me. I'll take care of them. She looked at Lily and Jack. Already exploring my apartment. Looking in cabinets. Touching everything. Making it theirs. I know you will, she said. She kissed both kids. Told them to be good. To listen to Daniel. To call if they needed her. Then she left. Slowly. Looking back 3 times. The door closed. It was just us. Me and my kids. Alone. For the first time, really. So, I said, what should we do? Pizza. Lily said, movie. Jack said, pizza and a movie it is. We ordered pizza, the place they liked, with breadsticks. We ate on the couch. Something Emma never let them do. They thought it was the best thing ever. We watched an animated movie about fish. Jack fell asleep halfway through. Head on my lap. Peanut clutched tight. Lily stayed awake. Watched the whole thing. When it ended, she looked up at me. Daniel, she said, yeah. Can I call you Dad? My heart stopped. Stopped again. Do you want to? I asked. She nodded. Jack and me talked about it. He wants to call you Daddy. I want to call you Dad. Is that okay? That's more than okay, I said. Voice rough. That's everything. Okay, good. Because it's weird calling you Daniel. You're not a Daniel. You're a dad. I'll try to be a good one. You already are, she said simply. Then yawned. I'm tired. Let's get you guys to bed. I carried Jack to the guest room. Put him in the bed I bought. Tucked him in. Peanut next to his face. He didn't wake up. Just snuggled deeper into the blankets. Lily climbed into the other bed. Same room. They wanted to be together. I didn't blame them. Can you read a story? She asked. Sure. Which one? She handed me a book about astronauts. We'd read it before. I knew it by heart now. I read it slow, soft. By the end her eyes were closing. Dad, she whispered. Yes, sweetheart. I'm glad you found us. Me too, baby. Me too. Love you. The words hit me in the chest. Knocked the air out. She said it so easily, so naturally, like she meant it, like it was true. I love you too, I said, so much. She smiled, eyes still closed. Then she was asleep. I sat there, in the dark, listening to them breathe. These 2 perfect humans. My children. My son. My daughter. Who loved me. Who called me Dad. Who trusted me enough to sleep in my home. I texted Emma. They're asleep. Everything's perfect. Thank you for this. She texted back immediately, like she'd been waiting. How was bedtime? Good. Jack fell asleep during the movie. Lily asked if she could call me Dad. 3 dots. They stayed there a long time. What did you say? I said yes. Was that okay? More dots. Yeah, that was okay. I'm crying a little. Happy tears. They've wanted to call you that for weeks. I told them to ask when they were ready. I'm glad they were ready. Me too. Emma. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this chance. For trusting me with them. For everything. You earned it. Now get some sleep. They wake up early. She was right. They woke up at 6:30. Jumped on my bed. Demanded pancakes. I made pancakes. Terrible ones. Burnt. Lopsided. They ate them anyway. Said they were the best pancakes ever. I knew they were lying. I didn't care. We played until Emma came to get them at 10. She looked nervous. Unsure. Like she'd spent the whole night worrying. How was it? She asked. Perfect, Lily said. We had pizza on the couch, and Dad read me a story, and Jack didn't even cry. Emma's eyes widened at the word Dad, but she didn't correct it, just smiled. I'm glad, she said. Ready to go home? Can we come back? Jack asked. Next week. We'll see. Please, Mama. Lily said. Please. Emma looked at me, a question in her eyes. They're always welcome, I said. Anytime. As much as you want. Okay, maybe next week. If you're good. They cheered. Hug me goodbye. Lily whispered, bye Dad, in my ear. Jack said, bye Daddy, loud enough for the whole building to hear. Then they left. Emma gave me a small wave. A smile. A look that said more than words could. And I stood in my empty apartment, feeling more full than I had in my entire life.